June 12th, 1984, the Celtics are world champions. But this fall brings a whole new season and a whole new ball game.
This is Boston Celtics Tip Off 84. With your hosts, Bob Lobel and Gil Santos. Brought to you by Lowenbrau. When you want the taste of a truly great beer, there's really only one. Tonight, let it be Lowenbrau. And by Toyota, exciting cars and trucks for 1985. Toyota invites you to see them at your local dealers. And by Citibank, MasterCard, and Visa Card. Citibank, it pays to use our cards.
Hi, I'm Bob Lobel.
And hi, I'm Gil Santos, and tonight we're going to take a look at that Boston institution known as the Celtics. We've got stuff for the hardcore fans and for those of you who may be sometimes spectators, too.
The Making of Santa Barbara with Joyce Kulhaywick. Join Joyce as she meets the stars and behind-the-scenes people of this new daytime drama, featuring internationally acclaimed actress Dame Judith Anderson, Dynasty star Peter Mark Richmond, Lane Davies from Days of Our Lives, and introducing beautiful Melissa Brennan. Don't go away. The Making of Santa Barbara will return in a moment. This is a For Kids' Sake presentation of WBZ TV-4.
Select star 6.
Tonight, take a magical journey of self-discovery with Mike Turner, teenager. Like most kids, he thinks the future is far away.
I'm only 16. I've got time to burn.
And like many kids, he's got some pretty grand ideas. Tonight, Mike finds out some critical things that he and you need to know to make the best career decisions. Join Mike and his coach for a trip into the future. Their journey may hold some answers for your future. A For Kids' Sake special for parents and kids to share. Brought to you by True Value, Stop and Shop, and McDonald's.
I've got something to show you. Come on over.
Through the mirror? Right, Coach. Like, what do? Just click my heels or something? Say what? This is bizarre, man. Really bizarre. Where are we?
Let's just say we're on the other side, okay?
Sure, Coach. Anything you say.
You're about to encounter an amazing world where trains run without wheels, lasers save lives, robots do the housework, movies take on new dimensions, and tourists take off into space. The great adventure is about to begin. You are entering the world of tomorrow.
The World of Tomorrow, hosted by William Shatner, is brought to you tonight by AT&T. And by the Del Monte family of foods, including Hawaiian Punch.
Good evening. I'm William Shatner, and behind me is Spaceship Earth, the symbol of Walt Disney World, Epcot Center, the symbol of the future. Millions of us come here every year to see what the future might be like. Tonight, we're going to take off from here and show you how close to home the future really is. Oh, you'll still be driving a car, but the car may be telling you how to get where you're going. There'll still be sports, but computers may be building super athletes. Doctors will still be performing operations, but the scalpels may be made of pure light. And as for entertainment, we'll still be going to the movies, but special effects of tomorrow may make everything you've seen so far seem like part of the distant past. Let's take a look. What you're looking at is the first special effects movie ever made. George Méliès' A Trip to the Moon, made in 1902. Using models and animation, this film set the stage for future explorations into fantasy. Today, Hollywood is still creating special effects the same way. The models have improved over the years, but the process is still long, hard, and expensive. But across the country, at the New York Institute of Technology's Computer Graphics Lab, special effects for movies and television are taking a giant leap into the future. The candy in this TV commercial may look real, but it isn't. No models, paint, lights, or camera were involved at any stage. It was totally created by a computer.
We suddenly realized that what we were looking at was an incredible tool for motion picture entertainment, education, and indeed for communications itself.
Want to know what kind of a car you'll be driving in the future? Here's the showroom of the future, the world of motion presented by General Motors here at Epcot Center. America's love affair with automobiles began in the early 1900s, but you'll hardly believe what's waiting for you behind the wheel of tomorrow. The car of the future. It seems like the auto manufacturers are always coming up with a new one. More aerodynamic, more efficient, more fun. Of course, the car of tomorrow will go through a lot of changes before it eventually hits the road of tomorrow, but the ideas that are influencing these changes are being put to work today. Computers are helping automakers design cars from top to bottom, inside and out, saving millions of dollars and thousands of man-hours compared to the tedious methods of model making and testing of the past. Here at Chrysler Corporation's assembly plant in Windsor, Ontario, computers and robots work together to make these designs a reality. Machines building machines. Computers are going along for the ride as well. In fact, the gasoline-powered internal combustion engine of yesterday, combined with the computer power of today, will probably be the most efficient way of keeping the car of tomorrow rolling. One of the big changes in the car of the future will be the way you get in and started. Take a look at this prototype car of the 21st century, the NX-21. To get it going, you'll stick your specially coded key card into the ignition slot. The Questor, Buick's concept of the car of the future, will use a laser key system that'll unlock the car, start it up, and set all the seats and climate controls to the driver's pre-programmed specifications. And Ford Motor Company's future car prototype, the Continental Concept 100, uses a remote control pad to transmit the driver's private code, as demonstrated by championship race car driver Lynn St. James.
I wish I could get into my race cars this easy, but not too far in the future, you'll be able to get into your car this easily with Ford Remote Control Convenience and Security System. After pushing in your user code, you can start the car with just the press of 2 buttons. You know how difficult it is to find the controls on your dashboard when you really need to keep both hands on the wheel. Well, with the new steering column mounted controls, you can control the lights on the left and your windshield wipers on the right. The remote entertainment system of the Continental Concept 100 includes a rear and television screen. Using earphones and controls located in a storage compartment, children or adults can play games while others listen to the radio in the front compartment.
Of course, if all you're looking for is simple one-person transportation, then maybe your idea of the car of the future is GM's Lean Machine. This flexible 3-wheel wonder is a big improvement over the motorcycle. You'll be able to park anywhere, and it'll get 200 miles to the gallon of gas. So big or small, plain or fancy, whatever the car of your dream is, it's waiting for you in the world of tomorrow. The Lean Machine could be the answer for the single traveler, but what's the future for public transportation? Here's something that's fast, clean, arrives on time, and doesn't waste energy. It's a maglev train of the future. This model is designed by General Motors, and some people think maglev may be tomorrow's antidote to traffic jams and overcrowded highways. To many of us, train travel is part of America's romantic past, but there may be a train in your future, and it's not like anything you've ever seen before.
It runs entirely on magnets, a magnetically levitated system, what we call maglev. The maglev is entirely different in that it is an entirely new technology. We're not reinventing the wheel, we're replacing it. Since it has no wheels, there's no wheel on a steel rail, there's no drag, no friction. So the ride is very comfortable. It's like whooshing along at 250 miles an hour.
So far, only Germany and Japan are testing these trains of the future. But the city of Las Vegas is betting on having one running by 1991, according to Director of High-Speed Rail Development, Mike Daly.
Our corridor, Las Vegas to Los Angeles, may well be the first anywhere in the world to have a maglev train. 6 million people every year travel from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. 10 passengers would pay all of the energy costs for the entire 230-mile trip, and there's absolutely no pollution that results from that transportation.
Maglev trains are not only clean and energy efficient, they're fast. For example, traveling from Los Angeles to Las Vegas by car takes about 5 hours. By plane, at least an hour in the air. By maglev train, city center to city center in just 70 minutes for about $65 round trip. Mike Daly knows that being the first isn't going to be easy. European trains are heavily subsidized, but he's willing to gamble on the unknown.
I don't think that the federal government is quite yet determined what their role is when it comes to intercity high-speed rail connecting major cities in the United States. But that's coming. We're not novices. We're not little boys in short pants playing trains. This is serious. We are dedicated to bringing this system between Southern California and Southern Nevada. I think super speed trains are coming to America at super speed.
There's only one kind of travel I can think of that's more fantastic than tomorrow's trains. It's been one of mankind's most enduring fantasies since history began. We used to call it the final frontier, but it may become your playground in the very near future. Fantastic as the journey through time we've taken tonight may seem, it's just a glimpse of what we'll be seeing tomorrow. And I promise that you'll continue to be amazed at what technology and human ingenuity can accomplish. Look what's already possible in entertainment. Images and landscapes that never existed before, created entirely by machines. Robots are emerging from the realm of science fiction to help out tomorrow at home. Lasers are being used to heal, and computers are helping athletes reach for the top. A fountain of information is being placed at our fingertips, bringing us closer together than ever. And for the first time in history, we have the whole universe to explore. Miracles we only dreamed about a few short years ago are coming true today, and the great adventure has begun. We have entered the world of tomorrow.
The World of Tomorrow, hosted by William Shatner, has been brought to you by AT&T and by the Del Monte family of foods, including Hawaiian Punch.
Let me see now, where should we begin? Well, how about Mr. Whitney and his cotton gin? Young Mr. Bell was supposed to call home, so he invented the telephone. How about the woman with the chocolate drops, who conjured up the cookies where the cars would stop? And young Mr. Howe with the curious dream of a sewing machine. Whittle on the what's-it, fiddle with the widget, tinker with the gizmo, fidget with the digit. Put them together and what do you see? Yankee Ingenuity, Yankee Ingenuity. Also was a basket on the wall that led to a game with a bouncing ball. Then Mr. Colt kept the Cowboys alive with his famous 45. What do you do when the cold is too much? Well, you bundle up the noggin in the old earmuffs. When you need to keep your ticker in time, the pacemaker's really fine. Whittle on the what's-it fiddle with a widget, tinker with a gizmo, fidget with the digit. Put them together and what do you see? Yankee Ingenuity. Make a better life for you and me. Yankee Ingenuity. Yankee Ingenuity.
WBZ-TV-4 presents the world champion Boston Celtics. And now, live from the studios of WBZ-TV and WBZ Radio, and from the North Shore, Natick, Dedham, and downtown Boston, the second annual WBZ Children's Hospital Telethon.
Please call us. The number to call is 787-4494. Please call us. We need you to help us and help the children. When you see children that you've seen tonight and talk to children, you know that it's very special what they're doing at Children's Hospital. They don't turn away any child. So if you can help us, it'll make you feel so much better this Christmas.
You bet. All of us at the Eyewitness Newsroom, if you enjoy our news, those of you who watch regularly, give that something to get up and make a telephone call. And Dave Maynard in the morning and all of the fine people on BZ Radio, if you enjoy that, send in some money for these children. That's what we'd like to ask to give to others.
Now don't go away, because you won't want to miss Spencer's Robert Urich. I hear he's so handsome. I know he is because I've seen him on TV. He's going to stop by with his whole family, and he has a lot to say about Children's Hospital. Right now, let's go to Faneuil Hall.
Okay, Liz Walker, thank you very much. We'll be looking forward to that in just a moment. Live back here at Quincy Market at Faneuil Hall, and we've been getting a lot of help from a lot of people with this telethon every year, and Jordan Marsh is no exception.
All right, what we're going to do is head up to the North Shore. Tanya, Bob, and Charlie, take it away.
All right.
All right, Peter.
All right,
North Shore, let's hear from you.
North Shore, yay! We've got a great crowd here at North Shore. We're having a good time, but you know, everybody has been wonderful. The people of New Hampshire have always been very generous to Children's Hospital. And right now, if you're listening from the Granite State, call us. That number is 1-800-624-4444.
Let's check back to the guy with the turtleneck over to Studio A. Jack Williams, take it away. Jack?
All right, Charlie. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. Many of you want to know why I wear a turtleneck, because I knew I was going to get a chance to interview this man right over here. His name is Bob Urich. He is the famous Spencer for hire out of Boston. So what do you think? Huh?
Yeah, I think it's very dashing. A little warm in here, though, for turtlenecks.
I know.
But
well, I'll do anything for a part.
It's supposed to go down to 20 degrees above zero tonight?
Yeah, it could. And in the suburbs, maybe
Not
10.
in here, though.
Not in here. We're enjoying. Not only Bob Urich is in our studios tonight, but his wife, Heather. And the reason is not only to talk about their successful TV show, but most importantly, maybe the reason they came from the West.
One of Boston's favorite TV shows, Cheers, wanted to get into the fundraising act, and so they did send us a very important message.
Cheers has become a Boston institution, right up there with the Marathon, the Red Sox, and baked beans.
What about Children's Hospital?
Right, and a children's hospital, too.
Children's Hospital has been helping kids for 116 years. Many critically injured kids arrive at Children's with only moments to spare.
So I think I got a spare right here, as a matter of fact.
Good.
Fellas?
The line forms here. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. How about you?
All right, a little applause to our friends at Cheers.
People at Cheers.
You know, do you think it's about time we check in and see how much money we have here? Can we
Yes,
do that?
yes.
Let's do that. Come on, let's hear all the music. Let's find out what the grand total is up to this hour with only an hour and 7 minutes to go. Here is the total. $142,999.